It's Monday and welcome along to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show. So I'm sure you all know the story by now, but for the newbies in the the room, just for the newbies, we used to be on the radio together. We got sacked, we lost our job, so we flew off to Mallorca with no money, but a head full of dreams. How we decided.
I love these. I love how you try and change these up and it just goes completely wrong.
I don't want it to get boring, so try and change it. And anyway, we came up with the idea for this podcast and here we are.
We're now sponsored by East Midlands Airport, Olde Bell Hotel and Spa and Redbrik Estate Agents. Last week of the pod for season 10. Do you know what I was thinking of, putting together a look back over season 10 reel?
Oh, yeah, I love
done
those.
A ton. It basically started with our birthday party.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then obviously going off to Mallorca a year later, where it all started, guys. And Tui took us there.
There's been a lot going on. The Maynard event, we've been there.
Yes. The Ye Olde Spa event.
Been there.
Thea's Hendu, her tacky Hendu that we did last week.
Well, I am looking forward to hearing all about it. I was tempted to ring her this morning, which I think would be quite funny.
Yeah.
But I think she's still there and might be doing things. Last thing she wants is us going,
yeah, stop ringing me on my Hendu. Maybe catch up with her tomorrow or the Wednesday.
She looked beautiful though.
Go on, Thea. Obviously,
she looks great.
Yeah.
Right, let's kick off with possibly the best message that we have ever had on our pod ever. When this message came through, I didn't even message you. I just answered it straight away because usually we'll discuss things, but I thought no.
You knew on this one.
Oh my God! Right, let me try and find it because we've had quite a few messages.
We have also over the weekend a lot of people tagging us in Pale Rosé, which we live for. Keep those coming, please.
Right. Okay, here we go. So this arrived on Thursday and it says, "Dear Laura and Becky, I have just met with Samantha, who's one of our friends, and she said to give you a follow. So I have done that and now I've got a wee proposition. I'm going to go straight in. Would you like to come over, drink Pale Rosé, behave mildly feral, have your fannies lasered, all whilst doing a podcast? I'm going to say you would. When are you free? I'm fairly new to Buxton, got quite a story to tell, and I don't want to be like all the rest. So it'd be truly wonderful if we could form some kind of relationship where you big up my business in exchange for some zapping. Hope to hear back from you."
Best message
I could have cried. I could have cried.
Well, you're a hairy lady. So the fact that somebody has messaged in, you were saying this, to be like, do you want your hair zapping? You said it's like a call from the gods.
Do you know what I actually think it is? I messaged back saying, I think this is possibly the best message we've ever had. And I'm saying yes for the both of us, even though Necky hasn't seen this message yet.
That'll be me, guys.
Yes, I put Becky, not Necky. She put, thank you. Please let me know what Necky says. I can't tell you. You know when you've got a holiday coming up and you've got a little excited butterflies in your tummy?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I've got that. And I keep thinking, what am I excited for? Mate, I'm excited for that.
It's getting rid of all your hair, isn't it? And your peach fuzz.
Well, I messaged her. I said, do you do any areas other than fannies? I was like, is it just fanny or do you do face as well? So she was like,
can I just say, I love the fact that she's called it a fanny. Who calls it a fanny these days? I love it. She didn't go lady bits, your vajayjay, your
bikini line.
Bits.
Yeah.
I love the fact she said fanny.
I think actually she is going to regret that message because I'm going to be there constantly.
You're going to be in there every week.
She's going to have to clear her diary for August.
Are you that hairy? She's going to be there at weeks working on you.
Get the old trimmer out. She said, I can do any area you want, Loza. Called me Loza, which I love.
Love that.
Just got to have dark hair. Well, listen, I've got dark hair.
I wonder if you'll be the hairiest person that she's ever worked on. Imagine that. Imagine if she's literally God, Lord,
Jesus Christ.
We're going to have to put you in for a few sessions here, love. This ain't going to get done in one.
I always say to you, Dana, when I go on holiday, because I've got thick, coarse hair, right? When I shave my bikini line, there's ingrown hairs. I'm not the only one. Other women get this,
it's a mess,
right?
guys.
It's such a pain.
This is going to solve it.
Oh my God. Yeah, my face and my... I'm going to be hairless.
I wonder how long it lasts for.
a long time.
The laser. It's a good few years, isn't it, I think?
Yeah. And I'm just going to go back.
Yeah, again and again. I mean, you're going to have Loza, as you call her, as a customer for life. You ain't never going to get rid of her.
Oh, she's going to regret it.
Yeah.
I'm going to but it's good for her because if she can get rid of my hair,
she can
my
get rid
hairy
of
face, I'm going to write it in this. I'm going to hire an aeroplane to do like cloud writing. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh my God. Do you know what? I love the fact as well. She has obviously started listening to the podcast. She knows us.
She's
knows
us.
Come and be feral. Drink pale rosé.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm going to bring the rosé.
Yeah, we have to treat her to the rosé.
Tons of it. And we're going to do a pod live, being lasered live on a pod.
Yeah, lasering our fannies.
I mean, great. I cannot wait.
That's going to be one to look forward to for season 11, isn't it?
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Same.
Yeah, laser me up.
God, we've had a right weekend, haven't we?
We have.
We're going to tease you a little bit here, because we haven't told anyone that we've done this, and we did it kind of cloaked in secrecy and darkness over the weekend. Nobody knew where we were or what we were doing, but we did a little something.
We wanted to end season 10 on a high. There's no other way to end this season because it started with a high. It can't end with a meh. It has to end with something amazing. And we had...
And no, we haven't gone back to Mallorca. That's what people will be thinking. Like, oh, you went back again?
Yeah,
no.
Give us time. But we have talked about this in the pod, the fact that we thought it was time that we came face to face with Mr. Mattress.
And it only bloody happened, didn't it, at the weekend?
We've met him.
We've met him. We know what he looks like. We know what he sounds like. We know his backstory now. We know all about him.
Story. Well, we know a few.
All of him.
We know all of him.
Well, not all of him, but most of him.
So we have pre-recorded 2 podcasts that are going to be released Thursday and Friday this week. And believe me, you will want to hear what happens.
I'm just going to say this, right, because we were really nervous waiting for him to arrive, weren't we? And actually, you'll hear this on Thursday's pod because we've recorded everything, okay?
Yeah.
And genuinely... we're not hamming this up for the podcast or anything. We were really nervous. There was one point we were both like, no, we can't do it. We can't do it.
Yeah.
But...
you're probably annoyed. We have no idea who this man is. No idea. He could have been anyone. And I think it hit us when we sat down. We were vulnerable. We were there, sat down with our mics.
Yeah.
We're doing our podcast and we were just waiting for him to walk in. And then suddenly we were like looking at people outside, Pizza Pie going, oh my God, is it him?
He could have been a murderer, guys. He could have been an absolute nutcase. I'm just going to say...
was he though?
Or was he? I'm going to say this. It turned out even better than I thought and expected.
Yeah, wait till Thursday's pod. You're in for a treat.
Also, on Friday, we're going to have the bit where we actually sit down and have a chat and we grill him. We find out all about him and it's really interesting.
Yeah.
But if you want to listen to that, you're going to have to subscribe. Like, we can't emphasize this enough because you can't hear it otherwise. So you're going to need to go to the description, wherever you listen to this podcast, click on the link and join up. It's £3.50.
It's £3.50. Even if you just want to listen to it, that one, it's worth £3.50. Then just unsubscribe, but you won't.
No, you won't, because you get all the good stuff. There'll be more good stuff coming.
Just as well, talking about this weekend, I've been doing something this weekend that you wouldn't be able to do.
Go on.
Categorically.
Gardening.
Well, no.
Something to do with gardening.
No,
in the garden.
No, I mean like physically you wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to do it. I've told you actually, I was in a really bad mood when I met you on Saturday. I was fuming.
Told me. I can't
My
remember.
Chickens have got mites. And when I say mites, I mean they are everywhere.
Can you see them?
They're teeny tiny little things. They're like knit. They look like knits.
Right. I've never actually seen a knit.
Have you not?
No. I've had knits.
Teeny tiny.
I've never seen a knit.
Crawl on, mate.
Oh.
Yeah. It's very common. And apparently, because of the weather, it's like hot, sunny, rainy. Like they love it, these knits, these butt mites. But my mites have gone red, which means
your mites. Have you got mites?
No, so you've caught mites off your chickens. I've had so many showers this weekend. It's disgusting. You would have.
I feel itchy.
I thought about you because, mate.
No, it's not for me.
There's hundreds and thousands of them. They're on my chickens, and I ain't having that.
Are they on you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I can see
positive.
a mite. It's a giant one.
They are everywhere.
Oh, I couldn't deal with that.
So there was an egg in the coop. I was like, it looks like it's
a mite egg.
No, well, there've been lots of mite eggs, but picked up the egg. I thought it looks a bit odd. Picked it up, it's covered in mites.
Stop.
And I thought, right, nah.
I feel itchy. You talking about
it?
Anyway,
I googled it, and everyone's like, burn the coop. I'm like, I can't burn my coop. What are they talking
what
about?
What you meant to do to get rid of them?
Well, I drove to the chicken place, and I was like, I've got a problem. They're like, it's all right, everyone's got this problem. I was like, right, fine. What do I do?
Oh God!
So I've had to clean out the coop, mate. I went I got a suit, like a bee man suit,
right?
thing. Yeah, put myself in that. It was horrific. Fumigated the coop. My chickens are living outside. I'm very worried about them because if a fox gets them, I'm screwed.
Oh God!
Yeah, it's all kicking off. I've had to give them dust baths.
So how long does it take for the mites to disappear?
Well, I'm going to leave the coop empty for a week and keep fumigating it. Yeah, because my chickens.
This is a long old process.
Well,
isn't it?
they're not happy. They're not happy. So I did I let them out. I thought, you got to come out in the garden, guys. Come on. Yeah. Bless them.
Oh, I don't like it at all. Honestly, I feel really itchy. I feel like I've got mites now.
They stop laying eggs. What's the point in having chickens that don't lay eggs, for God's sake?
Yeah.
It's a fortune for no reason.
Oh, mate, no, not for me.
No.
What's going on in the world?
We've been tagged so many times in this weekend, which is nice because obviously people saw it and thought of us.
Yeah.
And it's the new Whispering Angel bar at Heathrow Airport. Now, you and I, we're accustomed to airports. I mean,
we feel very at home at an airport, but actually not just any old airport.
No,
East Midlands.
That's the only airport.
That is the one.
I don't feel at
us.
home at Heathrow. I'd go to Heathrow. I'd be like, "Where's Joanne?
Yeah."
Who's in charge?
You'd have a panic attack, probably, wouldn't you?
Where would we park?
Where's my paramedic? Where is he?
I mean, it would just be, no, it's not for me. East Mids is for me. I'm flying from there for my holiday in September. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm not even nervous. I'm like, guys.
However, we are thinking, we're going to speak to Johan about this, aren't we? And we're going to see him this week at some point.
We've called an emergency meeting.
Yeah, because we do think that definitely, East Mids needs a Whispering Angel bar. That would just really elevate it somewhat, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the food and drink beverages that are available at East Midlands Airport, great. The lounge is great.
Oh, lovely.
It's all lovely, okay?
Yeah.
We're not saying that it's missing this. We're saying it would enhance the customer experience.
Tell you what, mate, we could go and run it for him. We could run it. Why don't we? Us two selling Whispering Angel to the good folk of East Midlands Airport. I think that would be a hit. Someone actually messaged us at the weekend talking to Rosie, and they were like, in fact, it was a mirror from East Midlands Airport.
It was.
Yeah, and she said, you two need to start your own brand of rosé. She went, I would buy it by the crate load.
Well, actually, do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say this. Sod Whispering Angel. You know what we need? A Baura stand.
A Baura.
That's what they need.
Do you know what? Heathrow might have Whispering Angel. East Midlands Airport are going to have the Baura stand. I mean, there's no competition, is there? There's no comparison.
Yeah. We need a meeting and we need one fast.
Oh my God, I'm actually like, this is genuinely a really good idea. Us two, we could just do an hour a day, and maybe not Fridays and maybe not Mondays, but when Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
In the afternoon.
Just for an hour. Yeah. It's open, you can buy Baura.
Yeah, right. Who do we speak to?
Johan.
Right. Johan?
We're coming for you. Oh, I've forgotten one little thing to mention as well on what's going on. It's not quite as important as Baura. But have you seen the Wham documentary yet on Netflix?
I started watching it.
You have to watch it. It is so good. So I kind of like put it on, just a bit of an easy thing to watch, right? I did not realise how good of friends George and Andrew Ridgeley were, right? I knew they were like in the Wham together, but they go way back, mate. They go back to when they were at school and they met when they were 12. And like the bond that they had is incredible to watch in this documentary.
We have got someone that knows Andrew Ridgeley, haven't we? We've spoken about this before, yeah. So we know him.
He's basically our mate because we know someone who knows him.
I watched the first bit and it was when they had written Careless Whisper. By the way, that song does things to me.
It does to me.
Doesn't it? It makes me a little bit sad for my youth. Reminds me of school discos.
Yeah.
School discos. Yeah, that was the last song they always played.
Yeah,
and if you got picked for a dance
with a boy, or a bit like treading on his feet.
It's our youth.
It is.
But also, it's a cracking song.
So good.
And they would cycle around and go to different record companies and be like, and they'd be like, no.
Well, they got so many no's. And also, there's Shirley Kemp, isn't there? She was in Wham. There was another lady, and I can't remember her name actually, but they were in it. Yeah, at the start. There were two ladies in it,
I did not know this.
It's really
Shirley
interesting.
Kemp, wasn't she Pepsi and Shirley?
Yes, and she's also married to Martin Kemp, Roman Kemp's mum.
Oh my God.
But George Michael comes out as gay to her before anyone else. Like, it's honestly, it's so interesting. It goes behind the scenes of like filming Club Tropicana in Ibiza. Can we just talk about as well how fit George Michael is?
Don't.
I mean, honestly, I'd sort of forgotten. Like, literally, I was drooling watching him.
Pride and Prejudice, that album, the black and white, I remember I had the cassette. That was I think when I first got into music, that album. I can't really listen to it because it makes me cry, funnily enough. But damn, that album was so good.
So good.
Yeah.
It's really cute as well because the documentary is kind of built around the fact that Andrew's mum, I think it is, she started a scrapbook. So when they started Wham, she's like, I'm going to keep a scrapbook every year. And it's a proper old scrapbook. And she's done one every year. So she's got everything.
All the photos.
Yeah. So good. You need to watch it.
Your mum started a scrapbook on you?
Yeah. Is yours not? Linda hasn't? No? I thought every decent mum did that.
There's a scrapbook of me.
Do you think they've got a scrapbook of our podcast?
No, absolutely. They don't even listen.
They don't even know what we do. No. They don't even know what our jobs are. Do they, our mums?
Not a clue.
What have you been doing today? That funny little podcast,
Midlands,
is it? Messing about again with your best mate?
I mean, that's basically what we do.
When are you going to get proper jobs?
Never.
Oh, God, that is funny. Mate. So this is a funny one actually today. So I'm going to rewind slightly, okay? So this is quite a few years ago. I used to have a personal trainer for a bit. Good looking guy, actually. He was an ex-Royal Marine. So very fit.
Right up your street.
Yeah.
Sorry, first one. Ever kiss?
No. Nothing ever happened between us.
Flirty?
Sorry, guys. Well, I'll put this to you and see what you think, okay? What used to happen in our sessions. So,
do we want to know?
Yeah, I think you want to know.
He's going to have you in some stretch, isn't he? Is it a stretch?
Yeah. So we actually became very good friends and nothing ever happened between us, right? But we got on very, very well. And I used to look forward to my sessions with him.
Oh, God.
Anyway, after every session, when he'd absolutely beasted me and I was dead, he'd then get me in a vulnerable state. He'd lie me on the floor.
Right.
And he'd go, let me stretch you out, Becky. I'd go, okay, Stephen.
Right.
And he would get on top of me and literally push down on my leg, but really hard. But his face would come really close to my face.
He'd just start kissing you or licking your ear.
Well, he'd just stare at me. And he'd just look at me. And I used to get so embarrassed. I literally had to just look anywhere else but at him. And I'd look back up and he was still there eyeballing me. And it was intense. It was really intense. It was a bit like...
Did you not ever think, this ain't a stretch, Stephen?
Well, he did do a good stretch. I thought, oh, yeah, my leg does feel better.
Do it
but he's
to me.
also staring at me. No.
Yeah.
Come on then.
Because I think I know. Lie on the floor. Okay. Did you have to...
Listen, shush. Just lie down. Don't say a word.
Let me just get my mic. Right, I'm lying on the floor. Did you have to put your leg up like this?
Shush, just lie down. And he'd be like this. So keep looking at me. And he'd pulsate like that on me.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That would go on for like 5 minutes.
Do you know what?
So, I'm gonna lie.
That was actually... that was quite a good stretch.
So can you see how close he is to my face?
Yeah,
So
I would
he's
imagine.
very close. It was very intense. And as he was pushing down, like I just did on you, he'd almost like bounce it a bit. So it was just a bit of motion, you know?
Right.
I mean, I would get flustered, very flustered. And also a little bit embarrassed.
Okay.
So that's Stephen,
Right,
lovely
great.
Stephen.
Stretchy
Anyway,
Stephen, we'll call him.
Stretchy Stephen.
We'll call him Stretch.
Okay. However, Stephen has gone on to have a change of career. Mm-hmm. So he went on to do acting. So he starred in like a few films and things. I think he's been in Coronation Street. I think he's been in Game of Thrones. but he also does some bits on the side, right?
Right.
Now, you're doing very well on TikTok.
Thank you.
At My Capsule Wardrobe, if you want to go and have a look. Stephen is also doing very well on TikTok.
Right.
Now, you need to go and look at it. I only saw this a couple of weeks ago and I thought, I've got to talk about this on the pod. So go and find at Whispering Gentleman ASMR, mate.
Okay,
ASMR.
I'm going to go on our TikTok, which, by the way, is at The Laura and Becky Show. Please go and follow us.
Give us a follow.
Right, let me search him on here. Am I not? Are you hooked up to this or am I?
Hang on.
Building a capsule wardrobe.
There's Laura
there's
on her
me.
TikTok.
Sorry.
Oh, I think I'm on, actually.
Okay, you play some of it then.
Hang on, I'm connected to my car. Let me just get onto this. Yeah, right, okay. So, he has got lots of videos on there.
How many followers?
1,000. No, what's that? Why can't I read numbers?
God.
When a number's big, I get really confused.
102,000.
Yeah, that's right. So he's kind of dressed up and in character on some of these, but mate, his voice is delightful on it.
Let's go.
Welcome to your tranquil escape, where your mind becomes a cozy retreat, soothing your senses and inviting deep relaxation.
I mean, that's just one of many. I mean, that soothes me. Does it soothe you?
Like, Becky, lie down so I can stretch your thigh out?
Well, no, but I would have liked that. It was a bit more like, Becky, lie on floor, would you? I was going to stretch you out. Yeah.
I'm going to start pulsating your thigh now, Becky.
Mate, that would have done it for me. If he'd whispered like that and stretched me out, I mean...
Do you think he just whispers wherever he goes?
Yes, I do.
Imagine he's in Starbucks and like, what do you want? Oh.
Cookies,
Oh.
my friend.
Oh.
Now, let's begin your nighttime skincare routine.
Okay.
Let's.
Go on then. What's that? Oh. What's he rubbing my face with?
A cloth.
Oh.
I like the way he breathes. He goes... he breathes out of his nose.
Oh. I'm in. Can we get him on? Please, can you message him?
Can I message him? Yeah, I haven't spoken to him for a while, but I'll message him.
Oh, mate, he'll be straight back in your DMs.
Yeah.
Do that. Are you, Stephen?
Hey, you babe. At Whispering Gentleman ASMR for anyone who would like to go and watch
Right,
him.
yes, please. Thank you very much. Let's get him on for season 11. That'd be a treat, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Also, I think there's a lesson here.
Oh, cool.
I think we can all learn a lesson from Stephen, the Whispering Gentleman.
Which is
Stephen.
Yeah.
Never too late to change your career.
No.
Okay? Never too late.
Okay. Shall we leave it there today then?
Let's leave it there.
Let's go. Have a lovely day, everybody. They do that as well, don't they?
Bye-bye. How funny is that? Are we still going?
It was still going. But that was funny. Yeah, it was really funny.